Hello, I'm recording these videos back to back. I am Jacob from Jacob's Here. If you missed my wrap-up, you should totally go check it out. I read 18 books last month. 4 of them were children's books, but it's fine. You should go check it out still. And this month, I am planning on reading 19, I think, is the goal. But it's not, obviously, the main goal. I think I want to read 12 a month, and so I do have a few extras on here. Now, it's 12 physical books without including, any audiobooks, but I do have 6 audiobooks to talk about. 7 audiobooks. 7 audiobooks? I don't know. The first audiobook we are going to talk about, though, I want to get it out of the way as soon as possible, and I just want to make sure I get the title right. Where is it at? You Are Not Alone by Gear Hendricks and Sarah Peckin. This is the third outing for them. I liked Anonymous Girl. I did not like The Light Between Us, but for Literally Dead Book Club, which is hosted by Books and Lava, and she has some co-hosts that come in every once in a while, they're reading You Are Not Alone for this month, for April, and I always like reading them, and so I went ahead and got this on audio. I'm very looking forward to it. I have no idea what it's about. I don't want to know what it's about, but I figured I'd tell you. Another book, it's a mystery book, so I'm not going to put a poster up there. Its monthly does come back. More than likely, I will pick up whatever book we were planning on reading first monthly for Chan's monthly reading. There wasn't one in March, so I'm not sure if there will be one in April. With everything going on, I'm sure there probably is, but she also has a lot of stuff going on from what I understand. So yeah, that's the only book that I don't have any type of copy for. I also normally read between 3 and 4 like shorter chapter books with my little sister. Those are mostly Magic Treehouse, but we also have a few graphic novels we might try this month. It's exploration because like the library is closed because of everything going on. So yeah, those are also on my TBR. I don't know what those are per se. I know we're moving on to book 10, I want to say, or 11 of Magic Treehouse. Either way. Alrighty, let's get into these audiobooks, including You Are Not Alone. Now, one of these audiobooks, the one I'm about to show up, is the one that I'm not sure if I'll actually get to this month or not, if I'll actually read, or if I wait until read until, like, the lower half of this month. But we have Renegades by Marissa Meyer, which is a superhero story. I'm about halfway through it already, and I'll start there when I do pick up the book again. This is about, oh my gosh, it's so hard to explain sometimes. It's about the Renegades and the Arch Enemies, so it's like, Renegades have superpowers, Arch Enemies also have superpowers, and they're evil, and they fight and things. I don't know. I really personally liked the Lunar Chronicles, and so I do want to read these, and I'll probably read all 3 of them. I'm just not enjoying it as much as I was hoping to, which is why I'm not done with it. I picked it up now twice, but I think the 3rd time will be the charm. The next one we're going to pick up is Wayward Son by Rainbow Rowd. Now, originally I was supposed to read at the beginning of March, and so now we're going to read in April. This is a sequel to Carry On. Carry On is about Babs and Simon, and their unlikely friendship that might turn into a love thingy, with Simon going up against this evil demon inside their world. This is the characters from Fangirl, which the fanfiction characters from Fangirl take it into a real life story. I really do like it. I like the audiobook. I'll probably go back and forth with reading and listening. The current audiobook that I'm currently listening to, which is Cop Town by Karen Slaughter. From what I can gather from like the first few chapters that I read, this is about a cop who ends up getting shot in the head, and their family drama that revolves around that cop, but also it seems like it's a shady thing, like he died for a specific reason. I'm not sure. I'm thinking about restarting the audiobook and continuing on with it. That tends to be what I do with Karen Slaughter, or I'll push myself through and eventually it'll wrap around. But anyway, that's Cop Town. Really, really looking forward to Cop Town, by the way. I think it's going to be really good. It's my last Karen Slaughter that I have, and then we're done. Which is kind of crazy. I do want to mention very quickly before we move on to the next one, if you guys want to do a Karen Slaughter wrap up with all of her 4 standalones, I totally can make that video happen. Next month we'll have a Riley Sagar wrap up, where I'm wrapping up all 4 of his books, ranking them, reviewing them, type of thing. If you want me to do the same for Karen Slaughter this month, let me know in the comments down below. That way I can prioritize this even more than I already am. Next thing we have is Serpent and Doug, which is about a witch hunter and a witch who get married to join forces, I want to say. Not really sure. But it's super thick, did not realize. And I've heard mixed things, and I've been wanting to read it since it came out, so I'm looking forward to it. That's all I know about, though. So, sorry. Next one is we're going to continue on with a Harry Potter reread. The first 3 books already have reviews up on my channel, and so that means we're leading into my least favorite book of them all, which is Harry Potter and the Goblet Never Ends Fire. Honestly, I'm half tempted to skip the first half of this book because I hate it so much. I almost hate it as much as I hate the rest of the book, but like I think I like the last third the best. Is that a common thing? Let me know in the comments down below. I won't because I am reviewing it, but I will mention it in my review. I also can't get the new version, which is the what is that called? The illustrated edition of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. I normally get them from the library that I work at, but we're closed at the moment due to the pandemic that's going on right now. So we're stuck with this bad boy. I am listening to it as an audiobook. It is one of the longest audiobooks in the series. I'm really, really excited to move past this story, like past this one, so we gotta make our way through it. Probably be like one of the last audiobooks I even think about picking up this month. The next one we'll be reading within the first week or so, which is Illuminated Files. I've already started this. I'm like 100 pages or so into it. I'm very, very much enjoying myself with Illuminated Files. I really like it so far. I'm listening to it and reading it at the same time, which is the way I recommend it. This is another complicated one set in space. So these people get their place bombed in a war, and they're sent up into these ships where they have to fight this war, and it follows 2 characters who are kind of battling love, and a whole bunch of politics and stuff. It's been really good. It's multimedia, so like it's like, you know, all different types of media and things. I'm very, very much looking forward to it. So yeah, we have Illuminated Files. Let's see here. Moving on to my physical reads. I have a few here, so let's talk about them. So just like I mentioned in my previous video, in case you missed my wrap-up, I'm going to be finishing A Walk Through Hell this month. I have issues 6 through 12, or 5 through 10. I don't remember how these are divided up. And A Walk Through Hell is a series about these police officers that go into like this abandoned building, and they start seeing things that are kind of hellish. It's disturbing, it's weird, it's complicated. I'll probably give it like a 2-star, but I'll finish it because I started it, and I'm curious. So, that's on the list. Which I'll only rank that as a volume number 2, just to give you a heads up. I read volume number 1. I read them issually, but on Goodreads, they're only volumes. Next thing is not a paper. My book is upstairs. My mom is currently reading it. She's finishing it tomorrow. But that is my own story, Broken Boys by Jacob Jones. What can I tell you about Broken Boys? It's a contemporary novel set in college about 2 boys who fall in love. Some chaos, some angsty stuff. If you follow me on Goodreads, you can figure out what kind of books are similar to, since one of those books are what my reread's going to be placed on there, so I can say I read it. About the same amount of pages as well. I'm going to try my hardest to get them kind of accurate, so I'm not lying. But I came to RMOs this month, and a part of that is rereading it and starting to rewrite the story for its second draft. So, obviously, Broken Boys is going to be on here. I'm really, really excited to jump back in that story. So, then we have My Father is a Unicorn, which has been on my TBR since, I think, February now. And I'm officially going to pick it up. It's in the title. I don't have anything else to say about it. Then we have my next one, which is Night Film by Marissa Pesky, which I'm currently reading right now for a video. So that video will be coming up in the next few weeks of April. And this is about a director who is a prolific horror director who's like banned in a lot of different places, including the United States. And his daughter of 24 dies in the early 2010s, and they're searching to figure out if it's actually a death or if the person or she got murdered, whatever it might be. I'm really looking forward to it. It's also told in multimedia fashion, which I also do enjoy. I'm really liking it so far. We have just a few more books to talk about. We have Buffy the Vampire, The Ominous Tales, which you guys, this is basically more working on the folklore and stuff of Buffy. It's going back in time and talking about early Slayers and early vampires. If you don't care about Buffy, you will not care about this. I'm really looking forward to it. I've had it for a while now. It's over 300 pages, and I think it's going to be a great read. It's another graphic novel, by the way, but I think it's going to be super duper fun. I can't read like a story a night or something like that for a week. Very, very fun. Very much looking forward to it. We have Scythe by Neil Susterman, which I think I've been explaining what this is about all wrong. It's about 2 characters who I think fall in love, just based on what I read, who become to join Scythe. Scythes are characters sites are people who basically decide when you die, and they live forever? Yeah, I still don't know if I'm explaining this right. I'm looking forward to it. I think I'm intrigued. I wrote the first chapter for a video. Yep. The Land of the Stories. I still have no idea what this is. But this is called The Wishing Spell. I think The Land of the Stories is like the series. This is book 1. I think this is about kids who go back into fairy tales. It's Chris Crawford, which is from Glee. It was on my TBR last month. Like I said, last month was a mess. So I'm hoping to pick it up this month. And, it's kind of big words. I'm looking forward to it. I think it could be interesting. I personally just want to see what his writing looks like. Let's see here. Alex and Connor toss and turn with thoughts of the wishing spell all night, but there's no decision to make. In the journal offered a possible way home. They would have to do anything and everything. It instructed them to. They had no choice. They were about to embark on the greatest scavenger hunt of their lives. I don't think that even told me what it was about. But you know what? That's fine. I'm excited. Let's go into it. It is a junior middle grade novel, and I'll read it. We're here for it. And then we also have the first book of Throwing Wasps by Sarah J. Maas, because I'm still pushing off reading A Quarter Missing Theory, because it's so fucking thick, and this is so not fucking thick. I think I have read this before. I keep saying I have, and now I don't actually think I read the whole thing. So, yeah. But I want to read all Throwing Glass and all A Quarter Missing Theory before I can start Crescent City. I really want to read Crescent City, so hopefully I don't buy that this month. The more I'm off work, the more books I'm lucky to buy. Then we have one more story, guys. Oh, Jesus. And that is Tara Adams' Eye Shot, which I've talked about before. It's on my January TBR. And this is by Tara Adams, which is one of my favorite new up-and-coming authors. I thought No Exit was his debut. This is actually his debut. This is about a couple who gets stranded in the middle of the desert between a shooter and nowhere else to go. And it's supposed to be super intense. It's like 200 pages. I'm very, very much looking forward to it. I can't wait to dive into it. I think I'm going to have like a blast. But guys, that brings us to the end of my TBR for the month. I'm super looking forward to this. Is there any books in here you want me to review? Let me know in the comments down below. If there's any books in here that I have talked about that will have videos coming up, I'll let you know. Or keep a lookout on my channel or on my Twitter. Or actually, to be honest with you, I've been using my Bookstagram a lot. Not so much to upload on Bookstagram, even though I'm going to try a little better this month. I keep saying that. Every month I upload like 1 or 2. It's good enough for me. But for the story purposes, I use it all the time. So I highly recommend you guys go follow me on Bookstagram, just because you guys will get live-in content. Also follow me on Goodreads, because, spoiler alert, every book that I read, even if it is for a challenge video or whatever video it might be, I upload my page count, because that's how I keep track of page counts and where I'm at in a book on there. So you'll know firsthand how I feel about it, because I always put a comment with that first, little bit of information I got. Alright, I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you for watching. I love you guys. And I'll see you guys all next time for another beautiful video. Hit subscribe and follow all those accounts, all those beautiful things. And I'll see you all next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.